this is our third edition here at ESB Coins. This is the Collector's Corner. Today we're going to be going over some objectives to help you get your mind, everything in gear to start this process and to get it going right, and so that everything is in your favor, but you have to know what you're doing. So today I'm going to be going over some bullet points to help you to focus on what it is that you need to be doing in order to be successful. If you will, if you can, kind of take a little screenshot of these bullet points. Okay. Just take a little screenshot of that so that you can kind of refer to these and keep yourself on track and focused on what you need to be focused on in order to get this done. Okay, now we're going to start out with E. And the way I put this together is excellence through education. The whole goal in building your wealth is to be excellent at it. Have the best of the best. You want absolute excellence in your collection. That's what gives you the best value and, of course, builds you the biggest wealth. So starting with excellent and education, that's what all this that we're doing here is about. Learning how to do this. Learning all the ins and outs. We're going to be going through it all before I'm done, God willing. We're going to get you through all the steps necessary to get you on the right path and to help you to learn your craft so that you do the best you can do with the knowledge that you have, which should be sky's the limit with the right knowledge. Next thing is structure, or S. Structure or time. Learning to manage your time so that you structure your work and the activities that you need to be involved with, and the study time and the research time that you need to do in order to do this properly. So whatever your life brings, everybody's different. Some of us have long hour jobs. Some of us aren't doing anything. But whatever you're doing, you need to have some type of structure in order to manage your time. This is a very important part of this, is giving yourself the opportunity to get this done right, to be in the right place, to research coins that you might be wanting to purchase or sell. Time is important to manage. The next thing we're going to look at is B. Let's go with that as believe. You must believe in what you're doing. You must believe in this. This is a passion. Again, I stated this before. This is not, and I learned this over time, it's not a hobby. It's not a pastime. If you're going to do it right, if you want to succeed in this, and you actually want to be a major force in the collection world or just have a very nice collection that is building your wealth. Some of us don't need a 401k. We don't need to worry about Social Security. It's nice, I get it, but I'm not counting on it. My wealth is in my collection that I've been building for over 30 years. But until I learned how to do this, it really didn't mean anything for about the first 10, 12 years because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So when I was pulled aside and taught and paid attention, because I had already established a passion for this. I just didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I was doing everything wrong. And I was told that you gotta believe in what you're doing. Anything you're doing in life, you need to believe in what you're doing in order to do it right and to be successful at it. Do you not? Next is C, communicate. Talk to people. Ask questions. You won't get this right unless you're talking to people, because you don't know yourself. You have to talk to somebody. You have to communicate to somebody. And there's a lot of folks out here that will communicate with you. That's what I'm here for. You can communicate with me. Ask me the questions you need to ask. But it's a very important part of the whole picture. Organize is O. This I've been over with you a couple of times, but I'm still getting feedback from folks that are not taking the time to organize what you have, what you need. You don't know what you need until you know what you got. You have a whole box of coins that ain't worth 5 cents. Or do you have a whole box of coins that could be worth $100,000? You don't know, because you haven't taken the time to organize yourself. And also it helps you to focus and to have a direction on where you actually want to go with this in your collection. Any collection, in order to be a successful collection, has to have diversity. You don't just collect one thing in the coin business. I thought that was true in the beginning. Oh, I'm just going to do pennies and nickels and dimes and no. Although you can find a penny that's worth $1,000 or a nickel worth $5,000, or and on up the scale. It's possible. I have done it. But that's not a collection. That's not a direction. That's just luck. But if you're not organizing yourself and not taking the time to categorize your coins, to see what it is you have, to learn the coins that you have, to research the coins that you have, so you can organize yourself properly, none of this will work. I'm telling you, you're going to be spinning your wheels for a long time and nothing will get done. All you're going to have is that box of coins. And of course, when you, like a lot of you do, which is stupid, and I'm going to tell you straight to your face, it's stupid to take your coins to a pawn shop. Why would you do that? You know the pawn shop is not going to give you the value of that coin. Why would you even consider that when there are true collectors out here that will buy those coins at a fair price? But again, it's your fault. You didn't take the time to even look at them or go through them or anything. You don't know what the heck you got. So I could easily tell you, oh, you got 500 coins, they're only worth about $250. And you have coins in there that are well over $500 each. But you didn't know that because you never took the time to look at them, to organize yourself. It happens all the time. I see it happen all the time. I'm offered coins for next to nothing, and I just tell them, look, I can't do that to you. This coin is worth probably $400 or $500. I'm not gonna give you just $25-$30 for it like with a pawn shop. A lady told me a couple of weeks ago, she took one. They offered me $25 for this coin. And I didn't know if it was real, if it was really valuable or not. Well, the coin turned out to be worth about $600. The pawn shop offered her $27 something. I mean, come on. But if she took the time to do a little research or reach out and communicate, she would have gotten a fair price. I gave her a fair price. I will pay $400 for a $650 coin all day long. Because of what? Value. I have plenty of value in that coin. Next thing we're going to talk about is inclusion, or include the people around you. Let them know what you're doing. Pull them in to your circle. Many, many, many times, my daughters, my granddaughter, son, people have helped me. They bring me coins that they get out here. Everybody brings pop coin because they know what I do, because I included them in what I do. So they're a very helpful source for what you strive to be, a collector. And believe me, my friends, you never know. You will never know when you'll pull out a coin out of your pocket or purse, or your kid brings to you, that could be worth a lot of money. And let's look at that for a minute. Okay, a lot of money. Many of you think that, oh, well, I need to find that $1 million coin. Well, guess what? So do I. And I've been doing this a long time. I haven't found it yet. There are some out here, but they have already been snatched up. Or if they haven't been found yet, they're in somebody's jar, or in somebody's basement in a box, or in grandma's attic, because nobody's doing anything with them. And then you'll take that whole box or bag or bottle to a pawn shop or a coin machine, where they charge you 11% of the total. And that's only face value. So you just threw that $1 million coin into a coin machine, or your sister or your niece, or them, because they have no clue of what you're doing, because you never included them in what you're doing. This is important, y'all. It might not sound like much, but when you got the people around you supporting you, the sky's the limit. There's no telling what could happen. So include the people around you in what you're doing and what you're trying to do. It could pay off in spades, believe me. Next, we're going to go over negotiate. Heavy move, heavy step here. But you must learn to negotiate. In this business, there's nothing set in stone. Okay, you could run into a coin, that's worth $15,000. You're trying to get it. A seller wants to sell it for 14.5. Because you have done your research, when you ran across this coin, you got immediately into doing some research on it, which you should do, even if it was only worth 200. Do your research. There's a lot of fraud out here, y'all. Check the coin. Follow the coin. If it's in a slab like this is a slab. Okay, this means that it's been graded and certified. Can you see that? Is that clear enough for you? That number right there, you can easily go to the NGC site, and on the first page, it'll ask you look up a coin. They have all these numbers. If they were actually certified by NGC, and this is not a fraud, then when you punch in that number, this exact coin will appear, or scan the barcode. Then you will say, oh, wow, okay, it's legitimate. Everything matches up. It is a legitimate coin certified by NGC. So now I've done my research and looked up pricing guides and gray sheet, and everything lines up but the price. I want to get the best value for this coin that I can get. So the first thing I'm going to tell the dealer or the seller is, look, this coin's worth, it has a market wholesale value of 15,000. I'm not going to buy this coin unless it's worth it to me, unless I see substantial value in this coin. I will give you 13 for it. Well, okay, well, that's the way. Don't be too quick to jump in there, okay? First of all, you have to think, if he wants to sell it, there's a reason for that. I have $15,000 coins. I'm not selling them. I don't even show them. Why would I sell what helps me, what is building my wealth? It took me too long to get to that point. Why would I get rid of it? I mean, if I was in dire straits, okay, but the whole point I'm making is in many cases, when you see something like that, is because there's a reason behind it. You have the upper hand. You do. Or it wouldn't be there to sell. Or they would be putting it up on Heritage or Stack Bowers on one of the Scottsdale, one of the big auction houses out here. It would be on auction in one of the big auction houses. It would not be sold on eBay. You see my point? So that gives you the negotiating power. You set the price. But you want to be fair, okay? Because if the tables were turned, I mean, you want 15, but you can't expect anybody. You wouldn't do it. I mean, who the heck wanna drop it $10,000? You got a $15,000 coin, and I'm gonna offer you 10. That's not even fair. We have to be fair with each other because the tables could turn very quickly, and you can be in that position, and you would want somebody to give you a fair deal, a fair price. I hate that word deal because I've learned also there's no such thing as a deal. There is value, and that's what you should insist on at all times. Value. Paying $13,000 for a $15,000 coin gives you value. Many of us are looking, again, I go back to that $1,000,000 coin. Oh, you got a quarter that's only worth $5. Think about that. A 25-cent quarter that's worth $5. No brainer. Is that not value? Is that not building your wealth? You have a 25-cent piece worth $5. That's all day long, yo. So stop thinking you don't have value in anything unless you have this huge spread on a coin. It's worth $50,000. If it's a dime and it's worth $1, you still have 10 times its value. Does that make sense? Okay. Next step is S. After all these other steps have come together, what does it bring us to? Satisfaction. You just don't know, and many of you don't, the feeling of satisfaction in your collection. You haven't gotten there yet. But when you get there, it feels great. It really does. It feels really good to know that you have amassed a collection that is so satisfying. And that's my end goal, is to be satisfied with myself through my collection and my online work, like this little tutorial thing I chose to do by God's direction. It's satisfying. It feels good. It makes my life full. Anything you're doing out here, don't you want to be satisfied with it? I don't care what it is. The end game is the satisfaction. You want to be satisfied with what you're doing. So again, these are some of the points that I wanted to point out to you that I need you to follow, understand, and use it as a guideline. Very simple, very straightforward, very extremely helpful in keeping you focused. I want to thank you all for joining me for part 1 of this series. Part 2 to come very shortly. But I want to thank you all for part 1. We'll keep this moving, learn, and we will have fun. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for part 2.